But I do want to show you. We have a box for you. So look at the box. I know, I'm taking a long time. I bet you really want to know what's in this box. And I will tell you what's in this box. Just hold on. Because one thing, we don't have a picture. So we need to get a picture. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just didn't expect it to be this long. So hold on. Seriously, the things you gotta do to get things done. I'll be with you in a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Almost done. Almost done. I really need like a segment of music for these times of moments. Um, what? Sorry, I didn't. Miley Cyrus is considered a villain because she smoked saliva on camera. Zendaya is a villain because she distracted herself from Bella. Bella Thorne is a villain because she earned 1 million on OnlyFans. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but apparently this is what I'm looking at. Look at this. Look at this. I have no idea what in the world this is. I'm so confused. But anyway, so let me just go ahead and skip. Let me go. I'm sorry. You're probably wondering about this box, and I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you about this box. I just need to do one thing really quickly because we're going to do a double live action. And the reason we're going to do a double live action is because not only do you need to know what's in this box, but I have some Facebook fans who want to know what's in this box as well. So we're going to do this on YouTube and Facebook. So let me get my Facebook started so that way we can start this whole live video. Which I gotta say, Facebook makes everything very hard. So if you're ever a Facebook fan, which I'm sure you're not because nobody goes on Facebook anymore, you realize it's complicated. All right. So hold on. I know you're waiting for me to open up this box, and you really want to know what's in this box. And I promise you, I will let you know what's in this box. I promise you. But you know what? Well, do I? Hmm. Yeah. Well, you got to. All right, and then we need to flip this over, and now we can go live. And now I got to figure out how to delays, delays, delays. I'm telling you. I know you're wondering what's in this box. I'm going to show you what's in this box. I didn't. I actually did not mean to even start this video yet. But the reason why I started was because it was never clarified to it was never clarified to um YouTube that hey, I'm not ready to post this video just yet. And so they were just like, okay, well, you're on in 3, 2, 1, and I was like, well, thank you YouTube for preparing me for something that I told you that I was not ready for. Okay, all right, sorry about that. All right, so as I was trying to explain to you before, we are going to do a double live video where we are going to show you an unboxing. So, hey, what's up, Shiver and Fear fans? This is AJ Hard, and I am going to show a unboxing because I'm sure you're wondering what is in this box right here. I'm sure you're wondering what's in this box, and I'm going to show you what's in this box. But first, before we get into that, I want to tell my YouTube fans that this video is brought to you by Shiver and Fear Audiobooks. If you are interested in Shiver and Fear audiobooks, then you definitely need to contact me because I can give you a hand on that. Because audiobooks are becoming a thing now. Believe it or not, audiobooks are definitely becoming a thing now. And I have tons of audiobooks to give you. Right now, we're giving our friends here audiobooks for their birthday. So if you have a birthday coming up, you are getting an audiobook because I care about you. As for you people, if you want an audiobook, then you definitely need to contact me or leave a message. In fact, let's check out our message fans right now. Do we have any message fans? We do. Um One person says they are not waiting. Tell me what's in the box now. Now, all right, well, we are going to talk about what's in this box because we have a fan who really wants to know what's in this box. All right, so let's find out. So, before I tell you what's in this box, I do want to let you know that we have an event coming up in April. And a lot of you may know about this event. I'm not 100% sure, but I do want to let you know that this is an event that happens every single year. Well, I'll be dog. This video just went out. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're doing a one segment thing now. Okay, so anyway, so let's talk about this box. So we have just ordered something for this event coming up. So you may or may not have heard about it. It is called the Enid Author Fest. Now you're probably wondering what exactly is an Enid Author Fest. An Enid Author Fest is when authors from around nearby or stuff come and basically show their books to people. So, for one thing, I've already revealed to you that, yep, this is a book. But what I haven't revealed is what book we are going to be presenting at the Author Fest this year. So, if you are not aware, Shiver and Fears has a total of 60 books. Yeah, I said it right. 60. We have a total of 40. We have a total of 40. Sorry, I said 50. I said 60. Sorry, we have 50. We have a total of 41 Shiver and Fear books, and we have a total of 11 going into 12 magical time books. So that's about 40. And we have about 3, 4 children's books. So if you're interested in magic, go to Magical Times. If you're interested in thriller, then check out Shiver and Fear. But if you want a small little kids book, we got those too. And hey, for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, I'm looking over here for some odd reason. For those of you who don't know, yes, there is an autobiography. So if you want to know more about me, then you gotta check out that book as well. It's an autobiography, and it's not very long. So, all right, so we have this package here, and as you already know, it is full of books, and we are going to look into it. All right, first of all, let me say hi to Cheetle. I think that's Cheetle. Let me say hi to Cheetle because Cheetle says they're related to Don Cheadle. Well, that's cool. I hope Don Cheadle is a Shiver and Fears fan book because that's what we're going to reveal. So yeah, giving care to Cheadle over here. And we have a person called Busy Slim. Busy Slim seems to be a #1 fan, and I gotta say that Busy Slim really wants us to open this box. I know, Busy Cheetle, I know you're getting upset with me, but we're going to reveal it right now, okay? So, if you are psyched about this, I know I'm holding you back. I'm holding you back. Don't you hate it when that happens, when people are holding you back, when you're just like, you just want to know a simple something and they give you all this information? Okay, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it again. All right, so we are going to cut this box open. All right. All right, and we're going to cut it from the other side. All right, and then we're going to split it open. Hopefully I didn't cut the book. Joke on the cutting stuff. All right, ready for this? All right, so the first thing that we have is paper. We have paper. Yes, we have paper. We need the paper because we need these books to be secured. Make sure they don't flop around when they're being delivered and everything. So we have paper. So if you need paper, guess what? We have paper. Okay, anyway, back to what we were talking about. All right, so the book that we are going to sell at the Enid Author Fest, which, by the way, before I even tell you about this book, let me tell you about the Enid Author Fest. So the Enid Author Fest is... Oh, wait a minute. I already did that, didn't I? Okay. Well, if you're interested in going, the Enid Author Fest is in Enid, Oklahoma, at the Enid Library. The Enid Library seems to have a lot of cool events there. Like, I'm like not joking. They have a lot of cool events. Like, I just heard that they were holding a video game arcade game day. Like, I don't know any other libraries that do that. Now, I do know that there was a library that had like video games and stuff, and it was really fun, but it wasn't annual. I think Enid does this annually, so definitely check out Enid Library. If you are somewhere in Oklahoma, take the trip. Take the trip. You definitely want to go to Enid at least once or twice to check out the fun, cool activities that they have there. All right. Yeah, the Enid Author Fest is the only Author Fest that I know of. I haven't heard an Author Fest from any other part of Oklahoma nearby here. But yeah, I do it every year and I present different books. Well, one of our books that we are presenting have arrived. So if you are interested in knowing what other books will be presented at the Enid Author Fest, come to the Enid Author Fest because believe me, you're going to love it. All right, sorry. You've been wondering what's in this book. All right, so the book that we are going to present at the Enid Author Fest is Locked in the Forgotten Library. That's right, Locked in the Forgotten Library. is going to be the book that we present at the Enid Author Fest. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world is this book about? And I'm going to tell you what this book is about because this is a very interesting book. And I'm not going to reveal what happens in it. I'm just going to kind of tell you what this book is about. So, a couple of girls who are hanging out at the library get um, get put into a curse to, and they have to figure out how to get out of the curse um, in order to free themselves from the curse. Now, I will say this book gave me a little bit of writer's block because because I kind of was daydreaming throughout the whole entire book, and when I came towards the end, I was like, "Wait a minute, hold on, I don't have an ending for this," and I was really freaking out about this because I just I just didn't know. I didn't know how to finish this book. So the ending was very creative, like just something totally different. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I'm trying to make sure that if any fans are interested in talking, I want to be sure that they know. In fact, let me give them a green right now. But anyway, so yeah, when I wrote this book, this is one of the Shiver and Fear books that I literally got stuck in writing because and the reason I got stuck in writing with it was because I was so busy trying to create the story that I didn't even focus on finishing it. Like I did not have an ending idea. But this is a very interesting book because there's the ending itself does something that no Shiver and Fear book has ever done. Now I have done a lot of things with Shiver and Fear books. I've made the main character an adult. I talked about um, I've talked about different kind of families. I've even written about I've made the main character overweight. Um, I will say I haven't really gotten into writing a Shivan Fears book about disabled characters because I don't want to step on anyone's toes with that. But I do have a book that are about real people. I do have a book about real places. I do have a book with celebrities. I do have books. I do have a book that's about an adult and not a kid. Um, so I've done different things with Shiver and Fear book, but this is the one and only book that does one thing that no other Shiver and Fear book has ever done, and I am not going to tell you what that is. You have to read about it yourself. Um, I do I do have a book that has kind of like a memory loss thing, kind of like a where am I, what's going on, I don't know type thing, and I gotta say that one was really hard because when people ask me what the book is about, I'm like I can't really tell you because then I have to tell about the confusion. Um, like most of these books, most of Shiver and Fear books is just about like, hey, I'm this person, this is what happened to me. But I actually have a book where it's like I don't know what happened to me. I don't even know what's going on. And I had put that into a book. I do have a couple of sequels. Shiver and Fears has done about like two, three sequels. I even did a sequel where it's like not so you know how like a lot of sequels they kind of have the same storyline or it's the same focus, but just like with a different character or a different time, or like for instance, Night of the Living Dummy, or Rugrats, or I think like Godfather, like they're like a lot of movies have sequels, and it's like a continuous story, or like now it's passed on to somebody else, But I do have a sequel that does something a little bit different, um, and I got the idea from Disney. So, and I'll explain. So, there is a Disney movie about a young boy who is hanging out with his cousin, um, and his cousin pays him no attention. and his cousin's just all upset about it. Well, his cousin has to spend time at his house, and he lives, and the kid lives on a ranch, and they're hanging out. So it's basically like a bonding time between the two cousins. The guy who's like there, he's like, okay, I've never really done ranching stuff before, so this is awkward for me. I think it's called Horse Sense. Well, they have a sequel to that movie. They have a sequel to that movie, but it has nothing to do with the ranch. It's a totally different story. Have the same characters, um, and it doesn't. It's not. You wouldn't even. I didn't even realize it was a sequel until I saw the second movie and was just like, "Wait a minute, why do those characters look familiar?" Looked it up and found out that it's the after story of that story. I thought that was very interesting because when it comes to sequels, it's always like the after story. It's like the after story or a continuation of the story, or so anyway, so I have a book where there are two different books, but they have the same characters. I think that's very interesting. So unlike a Goosebumps who has like um Walk of the Mummy or something like that, something about a mummy and the return of the mummy, and then there's um Night of the Living Dummy, and then like Night of the Living Dummy 2 is like those are different people, but it's the same story concept, or it's a continuation of the first story. This is a totally different story because it's not focused on the same thing. It's focused on two different things just with the same characters. So I have a story like that. This story right here, I'm going to read you the story plot. So the library is forgotten, but the story is not. All right, that's the twist for the story, right? All right, so this is what the story's about. If I had known what happens after you get trapped in a library, I might have thought something different when I said books are boring. Thanks to my big mouth, my life will never be the same. I don't even know who I am anymore. Am I a princess, a detective, or some English talking chipmunk? What has happened to me? My name is Martha, and I do have a story to tell, but for me, it's not fact or nor fiction. So that gives you a twist and an idea. I don't know if it's how much of a reveal it is, but I do know that it does have a very interesting twist to it because um, it's different. It's very different. Like I said, I have done books about I've done books about like um blended families. I've done books about celebrities. I've done books about real people, real places. In fact, my favorite book of all is the Shiver and Fears Terror Tales, where five kids, I think like five or six kids, are all involved in one whole story. I think that's just amazing. Like the fact that I was able to make one whole story with five kids and telling their own separate stories. I thought that was so amazing, and they're actual real people. Like so. I thought that was interesting, and I really do enjoy it. But anyway, so this book right here will be at the Enid Author Fest. Um, in fact, what I'm going to do real soon is I'm going to go ahead and sign these right now because I always forget to sign books when I do a book signing, and it's weird because it's like, how in the world do you forget to sign your book? It's because I'm not thinking about the book sign. I'm thinking about the book sale. So I am definitely going to be signing these first thing, and in fact, I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to go to this first page and I am going to sign the book. Not my best work. fact, I don't even think you can read that. But there it is right there. I don't think you can even read that. But cursive is not my thing, and it never will be. In fact, I really hope it never becomes a thing ever again. I do hear that people are starting to do cursive again. So for those of you who are doing cursive in school, I'm so sorry because that was not something that I wanted to do ever. But anyway, so I do want to let you know that for this book, we do have a total of 4 books. So we have 4 copies of this book. And you might be wondering, why do we have 4 copies of this book? It's because we don't want to be stuck with this book. Like, I know a lot of authors bring like 7 or 10 or and not to mention this is not the only book that we're going to be presenting. We're going to be presenting 2 other books at this book signing. So we don't want a whole bunch of leftover books. So if you're interested in getting this book, or if you're interested in coming to the Enid Author Fest, definitely check it out. Look online. In fact, let's look it up right now. We're going to look it up right now. I'm going to take out this phone and we are going to look up the Enid Author Fest. All right. So we're going to look it up. Enid Author Fest. All right. So once again, as I said, it's at the Enid Library. As you can see here, this is where we have. Sorry, this is where it is. As you can see, the guy in the orange shirt, yeah, that's me. So yeah, I've done this before. People are signing up for it right now, but it's a fun project to do. Um, so yeah, definitely check out the Enid Library. Let's go to their home website here. So as I told you before, Enid Library does a lot of cool stuff. Like check this out. Chase the Chill returns. Um, they had a video game thing going on. So here are some events happening this month, as you can see here. So yeah, I would definitely say check out the Enid Library. Now, I don't go to the Enid Library because I have so many other things to get ready for, get done. But hey, wherever you are, if you ever have a vacation time, spring break, go to Enid Library and check out what they have. I'm sure they're doing something fun. I mean, it's a big library. So definitely check it out. I mean, there's Baby and Me, there's Tai Chi, Story Time, Chess Club, Craft Studio. Like I'm hearing all these interesting things, and I'm like, I really want to go to them, but I don't have the time. So definitely that. But this is just one of the books that we have at our book signing that we're doing. Or we're gonna have 2 others. I'm not gonna reveal what those 2 other books are, so you're just going to have to chill out and wait. Chill out and wait. But as for right now, if you 3 viewers would like a Shiver and Fear book to have yourself, first of all, I would suggest that you get a. First of all, I would suggest you get an Amazon account. The reason I say that is because if you get an Amazon account, then you will be able to get a Shiver and Fears audiobook for free. For free. I'm telling you, for free. So if you are interested in having a Shiver and Fears audiobook for free, then definitely check out Amazon, and I will show you how to get that Shiver and Fears free audiobook. All right. But as for now, this is AJ Hart saying, hey, I'm glad that you like my content. Keep watching, and if there's some kind of segment that I do that you're interested in, let me know. I have done crazy videos such as, voiceovers. I've done, little skits and stuff. And in fact, I will say that we're trying to work on another Who Meets Boo segment. So be on the lookout for that. But thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you have a great day. But just remember, if you want a Shiver and Fears book, chill out and ask. Have a good one.